discussing something about a beautiful unit called the Guptas and Vardhanas. The Guptas and Vardhanas. Guptas and Vardhanas. See, dear students, in this unit, we are going to discussing something about the important Gupta rulers and their political achievements. The important Gupta rulers and their achievements. And also their contributions to literature and science. Their contributions to the literature and science. Literature and science. And also we are going to discussing the famous rulers, expansion of growth of Gupta Empire. Expansion and growth of Gupta Empire, and also the growth of Vardhanas and their contributions to literature and education. Literature and educational contributions of Guptas, and also to know the extent of Gupta Empire in the map of India. So these are all the several aspects today we are going to learning. Before we know these things, as an introductional aspects today, we are discussing here now. See, dear children, after Maurya and Kushanas ruled in India, and after the decline of Maurya and Kushans, the empire of Gupta arose. After the collapse of Maurya Empire, the northern India was ruled by Kushans. And the southern India was ruled by Shatavahanas. Northern India was ruled by Kushans and southern India was ruled by Shatavahanas. And both the empires ended by the mid 3rd century CE. Mid 3rd part of the century. Mid 3rd century CE. Common era. Guptas were the feudatory rulers of Kushans initially. Guptas were feudatory rulers of Kushanas initially, and later they were ruling in the present Uttar Pradesh and established the base for vast empire after achievement of Kushans. And their rule kept North India united from 335 CE to 455 CE. The Gupta dynasty came into power by 275 CE and Sri Gupta was the founder. Sri Gupta was the founder of Gupta dynasty in the year 275 CE. 275 CE, the Gupta dynasty was established under the leadership of Sri Gupta, and they started their rule from Prayaga. They started their rule supported. They're doing too much of support to the development of science and technology, literature, art and architecture. See, these are also several introductory aspects about Guptas. See, now we are going to know something about sources of references about the Gupta dynasty. Sources of references. See, it means which are the sources available for Gupta dynasty. See, dear children, there are plenty of sources available for to know the history of Gupta dynasty. See, among them, the following are useful to know about Gupta's dynasties. See, among them, number one is pillar inscription of Allahabad. Pillar inscription of Allahabad. Allahabad. Pillar inscription of Allahabad and pillar inscription of Mehrauli. Pillar inscriptions of Mehrauli. Mehrauli, which is located near Delhi of Uttar Pradesh. And also Vishakadatta's Mudra Rakshasa and Devi Chandragupta. Mudra Rakshasa and Devi Chandragupta. Devi Chandragupta. Devi Chandragupta of both or place of Vishakadatta's. Vishakadatta ಎಂಬ ನಾಟಕಕಾರನ ಎರಡು ನಾಟಕಗಳು, ಒಂದು ಮುದ್ರಾ ರಾಕ್ಷಸ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ದೇವಿ ಚಂದ್ರಗುಪ್ತ were the two prominent sources of references to Gupta dynasty. And also Rajashekara's poetics. Rajashekara's poetics. Rajashekara's poetics and Kalidasa's literary works. Kalidasa's literary works. Kalidasa's literary works. And also Kaumadi celebration of Vijika. Kaumadi celebration or Kaumadi Mahotsav. Kaumadi Mahotsav. Of Vijika. And another one is the writing of Fahian and Yunsang. The writings of Fahian and Yunsang. And also you should know that, dear children, that is historian V.S. Smith calls the period of Gupta as the golden period in history. According to V.S. Smith, a famous historian. Who called Gupta period called as golden period. Called as golden period in the history of India. He proclaimed like that. And this opinion is contested by many. the same opinions contested by the so many historians. So all those things that tells us Gupta Empire is one of the famous empire in the history of India. And also the kings played a major role in making Gupta politically strong. Guptas making politically strong. Especially Chandragupta first is identified the first historical person. Chandragupta first. Chandragupta first considered as first historic person in this dynasty. See, dear students, Chandragupta first considered as first heroic person in the Gupta dynasty, and also he married Lichavi princess Kumara Devi. He was married Lichavi princess. Lichavi princess, her name Kumara Devi. So he married Lichavi princess Kumara Devi, princess Kumara Devi, and also this strengthened after the marriage of Lichavi princess Kumara Devi. This strengthened the status and power of Guptas. This incident will strengthen the status and power of Guptas. With the ascendance of Chandragupta to throne in 390 to 20 CE, the Gupta era started. So another famous ruler is named Samudragupta. See, where we observed in the map of India the Gupta dynasty's boundaries. Now I am going to draw a map on a blackboard. Okay. Map of Gupta dynasty. See, in the time of Gupta's periods map. Okay. See, now their capital city was Pataliputra. Right? And now we are going to discussing something about another famous ruler is named Samudragupta. After Chandragupta, we see his son Samudragupta. His son Samudragupta, his achievements have been commemorated in the Allahabad Prashasti written by Harisena. All his achievements and works commemorated on the pillars of Allahabad Prashasti, which was written by Harisena. This is in Sanskrit language and has been described on like Ashoka's pillar. So, Samudragupta was a son of Chandragupta first, and his all achievements commemorated on Allahabad Prashasti, which was written by Harisena. And most part of India was under the rule of the Guptas during the time of Samudragupta. His Ashwamedha Yaga brings to mind the Vedic rituals and traditions. Samudragupta was not just a conqueror but a great poet and a lover of music too. Not only conqueror, great lover of music. Great lover of music and literature. How can we say Samudragupta was a great lover of music and lover of art and also a poet? See, his passion for music can be seen in the gold coins which depict him playing on the veena, which depicts him playing on the veena. See, this is the one evidence to tell Samudragupta was a great lover of music and a poet. See, after that, Chandragupta II expanded his kingdom of Samudragupta brought stability. He defeated the Sheikh of made western Indian part of Gupta Empire. He developed relationships with many royal families through marriage and became a very influential. Encouragement given to literature and art rather than for his battle, the famous Sanskrit poet and dramatist Kalidasa belongs to this age. Meghaduta and Raghuvamsha and Kumara Ramasambhava and Ritusambhava or his poems. Abhignana Shakuntala is one of his noteworthy drama. Shudraka's Mrichikatika and Vishakadatta's Mudra Rakshasa and other literary works of this period. So the Gupta Empire was subjected to continual attacks of Huns. Soon decline. Huns and decline. So the continuous attacks by the Hunas, so that decline the Gupta dynasty. So the Guptas did not have fully equipped army. The king's vassals would fulfill the requirements during the times of war. Hence the vassals had become a very powerful. The bureaucracy consisted of Kumara Amatyas. They had various positions. The administration was decentralized. The priests received many grants they would be granted many villages. They would be granted for Chris many villages, many temples and developed due to this. These are not only enjoyed financial and administrative concessions, but also became independent in all matters. However, over a period of time, the inhabitants, farmers, artisans began to controlled by the landlords. In this way, society grew more and more complex. See, these are all the several aspects of Gupta dynasty. Several aspects of Gupta dynasty. Are you understand, dear students? Yes. See, after that, we know something about the iron pillar of Mehrauli. The iron pillar of Mehrauli. Where we observe that iron pillar. See, the iron pillar of Mehrauli in Delhi near Qutub Minar is important. It is 23 feet height, 23 feet and 8 inches. 23.8 inches height, which is iron pillar of Mehrauli, and weighs 6,000 kilograms weight. And also it is one of the finest example of technical skill of the time. It has not become rusty till now. That shows in those days Indians had someone in iron technology. It shows that iron technology of India. So this is the best examples for Indian iron skills. See, and another one is Meghdutta. This is a poetic creation of Kalidasa and is one among his very famous works. Yaksha is excited by King Kuber for having neglected his duties. In this situation, the Yaksha stops passing good and proceeds. It is carrying message of love to his wife who lives near the Kailas mountains. He described the beautiful scenery on the route of his wife's place. Even today, this poem famous all over the world. Even today, this poem famous all over the world. It has been translated into all the Indian languages and major languages of the world. So people have been enjoying the dramatization of Meghdutta till today. People are so much enjoy dramatization with Meghdutta of Kalidasa. So Kalidasa was a famous dramatist during the period of Guptas. So his Raghuvamsha and Abhignan Shakuntala are the famous dramas of Kalidasa. Are you understand, dear students? Yes. Okay. These are all the several aspects today we are discussing. See, I hope that you are all understand all those things, right? Now I am going to give some highlights of today's class. See, today we are discussing about the Guptas. Under that, there are introductory activities about Guptas and the important Gupta rulers and their achievements and their contributions to the literature and science. And Sri Gupta was the founder of Gupta dynasty in the year 275 CE. And they started their rule from Prayaga. Pataliputra was capital. Sources of reference of Gupta dynasty, they are iron plate inscriptions of Allahabad and the iron pillar of Mehrauli and Mudra Rakshasa and Devi Chandragupta of Vishakhadatta dramas and Rajashekhara's poetics and Kalidasa's literary work. I already told you, Meghaduta, Raghuvamsha, Abhignana Shakuntala, etc. And Kavani Mahotsav of Vijika. See, and the books of Megasthenes and Phamians. See, these are all the several reference sources about Gupta dynasty. And later on we discussed about Chandragupta I and his son Samudragupta and Chandragupta II. Chandragupta II. And later, of continuous attacks by the Hunas, the dynasty automatically declined. Even the dynasty became a decline. They were very famous for their contributions. Their contributions toward administration, social contributions, art and architecture, literature, administration, science and technology, etc. In these fields get beautiful contributions from the Guptas. Are you understand, dear students? Yes. I hope that you are understand completely of today's class. So I am stopped here. Remaining things will be discussed on tomorrow's class. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Anita.